I'm more financially secure than I've been in many years, all doing things that I built myself. But at the end of the day, I come home to my house that I bought myself. And I have nobody to talk to about any of this. I have tons of friends and lots of you in my DMs, but at the end of the day, I am still home by myself.
Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Taylor the Fiend back again, and on today's episode, women over 30 are realizing that maybe they actually screwed up. You know, the bill for waiting for the perfect man is finally coming due for them. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments. Make sure you subscribe if you are new here, and let's jump right into it.
Okay, so how come, like, when you're single and dating and talking to someone, why is Elton John Christmas music playing? Anyway, why do they always ask, what are you looking for? Also, I spilled iced coffee. Please don't mind that stain. I'm looking for a husband. I'm old. I'm 41. I'm obviously looking for a husband.
I always find it super funny how these women will wait until like 30 plus years of age. I mean, this woman's like 41 before they start looking for a husband. Like, this is something that should have been done a very long time ago, but they just waste their time until it's too late.
Okay, so what I'm about to say is kind of a joke and kind of not a joke, but really not a joke. But someone make me a stay-at-home mom, wife, girlfriend. I don't think it's a lot to ask. I will be the traditional wife. Like, please, someone, anyone, anywhere.
A man who offers that setup is usually the same one these videos call a red flag for wanting tradition. She wants the provider role filled without saying much about what she actually brings in return for it.
I just had this guy say to me, "Oh, you're still single?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm still single." And I thought about it and I was like, I would rather still be single than be in a relationship I don't actually want to be in, or feel like I've settled. So yeah, I'll just stay single until I actually meet someone that I really want to be with, you know?
The funny thing about these women wanting to stay single until they find the right guy is that they've already hooked up with a bunch of dudes, right? So effectively what you're doing is you're screwing around and then you're trying to get commitment from men after the fact. A lot of guys will just say, you know what, she's 30 plus years of age, she's 40 plus years of age, she's been with a whole bunch of guys, why on earth would I marry that?
Can I please have a man slowly explain to me why you all suck so fucking much? I can honestly sit here and say, as a 34-year-old woman, I have not met one goddamn good man. So please, someone explain to me why the fuck that is. It can't be a fucking coincidence. I've never had a good male fucking figure in my life, and I've never had a man treat me right romantically. I've never even had a good male friend. So someone sit here and fucking tell me what the fuck is wrong with y'all.
So this woman is trying to put forward the idea that she has never met a good man. Yeah, maybe you're just selecting bad men because there are obviously plenty of good men out there. Maybe they just don't want to date you. Maybe that's another consideration to make.
Yo, some women get on my fucking nerve. Like, they're over here fucking turning 40, telling me that, oh, I can't find a good man, I can't find a good man. And then they fucking talk to someone and they just stop talking to them. And I'm like, well, what the fuck happened? Oh, well, I asked him what he was doing and he told me he was eating chicken wings. Okay, and that was it. He was eating fucking chicken wings. You fucking stopped talking to him because he was eating fucking chicken wings? No, he should have, like, ate something healthier. Like, I want my guy to eat something healthy. The guy fucking wants chicken wings. You just stopped talking to a guy for eating fucking chicken wings. That's why you fucking 40 and single. Like, what do you mean they ain't good guys? He's not a good guy because he eats fucking chicken wings? Get the fuck out of here.
She cut a man loose for eating chicken wings, which is pickiness over nothing at all. No wonder the good ones stop sticking around when that is what gets a guy dropped.
Quickly want to jump on here and tell you why it is so elite being single in your 30s. All my money, it goes into me. My skin, never been better. All I do is spend my money on facials and Botox and self-care treatments. Look at this. This is like glowing. Can you hear that? Silence. No screaming babies. No children. No children. All I'm going to do tonight is go out, drink champagne and go for dinner. What? That's all I have to do. And then tomorrow I'm waking up and I'm actually flying to Melbourne because last week my friend and I decided to go to the F1. Like literally last week, we're like, let's go. So we just go. We go. Like, I have to pack my bag tonight, and I'm also going on a date when I land. So that's a bit exciting, and I don't know what to wear because it's a breakfast date. But these are my worries. These are my worries. Like, my worries are literally what I'm gonna wear to the F1 in Melbourne, like, and what I'm gonna wear on my date. What?
She sells the single life very hard and still has a date booked for when she lands. Spending every dollar on herself is a choice. It is not proof that nobody good was around.
I'm 39 years old. I've never been married. I do not have any children. And if you're terrified of getting older and being alone, let me be so for real for you, okay? I am in the best shape of my life. And that is because I am single, because I do not have somebody to take care of, because I'm not a mother who is stressed out and has zero time for herself and is constantly, stressed out about everything and everyone and just pouring into everybody. I get to pour into myself, okay? And life is freaking great. So if you're worried about it, babe, don't. Like, you're gonna be fine. And let me tell you, I have never been happier in my life ever than I am right now.
Pouring only into yourself is far easier than pouring into a husband and kids. She is describing low responsibility and calling it an accomplishment. And just by the way, if these women don't want to get married, then honestly, who cares? If they don't want to have children, who cares? But at the end of the day, they end up turning around and regretting it.
I had a guy troll my video the other day, and this is what he said. Spoiler alert, all the women who are deferring being with who they got will be gravely disappointed in your 30s as your looks go way south. I'm 36 and will never date any women in her 30s, ever. Ignoring the stark grammatical errors aside, let's see if his thesis holds true. Here's a photo of me from 10 years ago at the innocent, pure, desirable age of 22. And here's a photo of me from 20 seconds ago, unfiltered and unedited, looking like the haggard beast that I clearly am at the ripe old age of 32. And while I could expound further on the subject, they say a picture is worth 1,000 words, and I've got 2 of them here, so I'll let the pictures do most of the talking. But here's what I will say. Ladies, a man who was born in this country whose first language is English, who doesn't know how to appropriately pluralize the word woman, probably doesn't know anything about women to begin with.
Ah, yes, the absolute classic. Well, I still look good at this age, so I can date at any age. Yeah, we'll see how that pans out. What these women fail to realize is that the longer they screw around and wait, the more their options with men actually dwindle. And women are very bad at understanding when they actually have options. Like, women seem to think they can lock down any man, but obviously they can't actually do that.
Okay, reason why a woman over 40 can't find a man because they're stuck in their ways. Because some other man treat them bad and ruin their mind mentally, and mentally she hasn't decluttered from what the other man did. And a lot of the women they're delusional, they have unrealistic expectation, thinking somebody's gonna come and save them. A lot of women, they can't change because mentally they all of a sudden they know they work, but they didn't know they worked 10 years ago. And a lot of them thinking that they could pull a man that they could pull when they were younger, and it's just not that case. Unrealistic. Some of them are very unrealistic and delusional. And a lot of these women that's delusional, they don't look good. They simply don't look good. They're unable to pull the men that they want to pull. A lot of them had let themselves go. Talking to some of those women in their 40s, talking to a doorknob. They don't do anything, okay? And they're very aggressive. A lot of them are very aggressive, okay? Ignorant. Can't change them. So, guys, let me just tell you, stay away from them. Stay away. Hope I was able to answer your question, guys.
This is absolutely true, by the way. Obviously, men are not really attracted to older women, but there's, of course, a whole bunch of issues that come along with them. A lot of them have mental issues. They've been with a whole bunch of guys. They have a whole bunch of unrealistic expectations. I mean, the list goes on as to why men aren't dating them.
As a woman in her early 30s, with no kids on Mother's Day, I can tell you that I feel weird. I feel sad. I feel lonely, I feel left out, I feel behind, I guess. I feel not good. However, I know that I'm waiting for the right person. I know that my career is taking off. I know that I'm independent. I know that I don't sleep with the wrong men. I know that I'm not going to have a baby with the wrong man. I know all of these things. I also know that I've raised 3 dogs and 2 turtles, and they were all great. They're still great. And yeah, but I feel sad. And I could probably cry if I talk about it for 1 more second. So happy Mother's Day to everyone that's a mother.
Under all the reassurances that she gives herself, the loneliness is the part that she keeps talking over. Waiting for the right man is hilarious when you consider the fact that these women are hooking up with men the whole damn time. And many of these women are actually waiting for the right man even in their 40s. So good luck with that one.
Do you ever just have like these moments in your life where you just look at yourself and you're like, what am I doing? Like, I'm literally nearly 32 and I'm currently living back at home at my parents' house. I'm in my childhood bedroom. I met like a friend today, and I've met a few friends since I've been back in my hometown who have all had babies, and like they're not even babies anymore, they're like toddlers, and they have like these lives. And I'm just like, what happened? Like, I moved abroad and it was amazing, and definitely took a career gap and stuff, and I'm just on such a different path that I ever thought I would be on. It's not necessarily a bad thing, because I definitely think I'll look back one day and be like, thank God I travelled, but like, as if I'm lying in my childhood bed right now at 31 single in my parents' house. Like, what?
She picked travel and a career gap over settling down, and now watches the friends who chose differently. Again, this is exactly what these women chose, guys. They wanted, to focus on their career. They wanted to focus on traveling and all that crap, and they thought it would bring them fulfillment, and it doesn't actually do that. Who would have thought?
Anyone else out there in their 40s in the dating pool? Yeah, it's trash, isn't it? The dating pool is full of trash. Why is it that in our 40s, we can't find men who can communicate? Where are they? It's like they start off one way, all nice and sweet and communicative and responsive, and then it just goes downhill, and you want to call them out on any kind of bullshit, or you want to communicate, and the answer is to ghost you and then block you on everything. I don't understand why ghosting and blocking is a thing in your 40s. Fucking communicate. Aren't we overplaying these childish games?
I'm sorry, guys, but these women do not have a right to complain about the dating pool. Number one, it is significantly more difficult for men. Women have the dating pool on easy mode, if I'm honest. And then second of all, you wasted your entire 20s and even 30s, and now you're complaining at 40 years of age that dating sucks. The reason why it sucks is because women should not be dating at 40 years of age. If they want to do it, cool, but it's going to be way more difficult for them.
So I was on Instagram, and I seen somebody I know celebrating their 4-year girlfriend anniversary. Like, been a girlfriend for 4 years, and we in our 30s, you know what I'm saying? And I just like to say, after 2 years, I'm not celebrating no goddamn girlfriend and boyfriend anniversary in my 30s. I'm just not doing it, okay? Because do you know you have 30 minutes? 30, yes. Yes, I'm not. You make a decision, and you better make it quickly. Because if you think I'm gonna be in my 30s, keep parading around year after year, it's our anniversary, I'm a girlfriend again, I made it another year, bitch, I'm 30, ho. Hell no, make a decision and make it quickly, because you have 30 minutes to decide what you finna do, because it don't even take you that long to decide what you finna do with me. We've been in this for enough years. We're in our 30s. I'm not doing that. Making a mockery out of me online got me parading around being a girlfriend. Cause girl, why the hell is I'm sitting around being a girlfriend for that long in my 30s anyhow? You don't know what you want to do with me? That's fine. Next.
A man taking his time to be sure before marriage is being responsible, not stalling. And honestly, I'm surprised any man is willing to even consider marriage these days, because it's a complete scam. Rushing the dude to decide fast is how women push men away from them. So, good luck with that.
I'm a virgin at 35. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do casual anything. And I'm not religious, by the way. I don't need a religion to tell me that this is a good way to live. I don't do casual. I don't do casual anything. If you want access to me, access is earned, not given. And I don't give that out easily. Intentionality is very important to me. Discernment is very important to me. Looking good and feeling good is very important to me. Whom I associate with, very important to me. Whom I allow inside my body, very important to me. So I don't really know what everyone else is saying out there, but I'm just gonna say this. If you wanna live good, this is what the hot girls are doing. We are respecting our bodies. We're not just letting anything or anyone access us. That's actually what the hot girls are doing. That's actually it. Right there. Things have gotten a little weird, and there's not a lot of self-respect floating around these days. So if you want to be hot too, climb aboard. I'm not saying you need to be a virgin at 35. I'm not saying you need to be a virgin into your 30s, but perhaps we could bring back some good role models. I don't know. Just putting it out there. Just think about it. Okay, bye.
Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I don't really believe what these women say on TikTok. They can say they're celibate all they like and they're waiting for the perfect man. I'm not really a believer, and this woman is 35 years of age. She could have had a man. Okay, let's not kid ourselves here, guys. Dating is not difficult for women. If she is single at 35, she is single for a reason.
I've been in the sugar baby lifestyle for probably over a decade at this point, and so I think something that needs to be talked about is why women get into this kind of lifestyle and why we're shamed over it. First of all, I have my bachelor's degree and I worked in healthcare as a respiratory therapist for well over a decade. I had high honors in school, but the reason why I got into this lifestyle wasn't really for like the luxury aspect of it. I mean, yeah, that's one like huge perk and you get to travel and blah 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 blah, like you look hot, whatever. But the real reason was because my paychecks I was living paycheck to paycheck. It was very difficult to maintain just like daily life, like affording gas, rent. I lived in a studio apartment that faced a brick wall with one window. So then I got into the sugar baby lifestyle, and a lot of men especially love to shame women for this, even though men are known. You know what? This is not a man thing. This is an economic, systemic issue. That's where it came from for me.
Trading youth and looks for money is still a trade, no matter how much economics language gets stacked on top here. The men funding that arrangement understand the terms just fine.
I often do videos talking about the fact that I'm 39, single and happy, but today I wanted to tell you about the worst thing about being single. Gotta keep it real, it's not always easy. So yeah, the worst thing about being single is dun finances. I have to pay for everything myself. There is no one to share a single bill with. But I'm being serious. Mortgage or rent, bills, food, everything. I get to share costs with nobody. And I know there'll be people like, well, that's your fault. That's your fault because, you know, you're single. You haven't met somebody. You're single, aren't you? It's your fault. Oh, I'm sorry. Should I just be in a relationship?
I love how all of these women, they say they want to share the difficult parts of their lives. Really, it's just an advertisement for men to come along and help them and bail them out of the things that they don't want to do in their own lives. Like, they don't actually care about the men. They don't love them. They don't want to, you know, have a family where they take care of the kids and the man. They couldn't care less, guys. They just don't want to pay their own bills. It's actually very sad.
Just so that I have someone to share the bills with. Does that seem like a good idea? And I cannot even begin to imagine what it's like to be a single parent. There's me and my cat, and I'm struggling, especially in a cost of living crisis, let alone if I had children to feed. Whew. So when it comes to being single, honestly, for me personally, that is the worst thing. Everything else, we good, baby. But the money, ooh. Before you blame me for being single, just understand that sometimes you can be a really great person. You just didn't meet your match. Yet. Or should I say, the person you're going to share your bills with.
Wanting a significant other, mainly to split the bills, is exactly why men don't want to date these women, by the way, guys. Like, men understand they're just being used for their wallets, and what ends up happening is they just walk away from women like this.
This might be controversial, and I might even get canceled for it, but you know what? It's real, it's me, it's how I feel. I don't think I have met a smart man. I think men are capable of reading comprehension, maybe even memorization. Fine. As I get older, I'm nearing my 40s and I'm third wheeling with a lot of my friends. I'm seeing relationships between my family, and I don't think I've ever met a smart man. And I mean this in a way where I don't think any of the men that I know could live the life that they do currently without their wives. Just today, I was talking to a friend about some guy not reaching out to her, blah, 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 and she's thinking if he wanted to, he would.
Crediting the wives for everything good while writing off the husbands is the contempt that ends marriages. Those men that she dismisses are holding the same households up right beside them.
I think he could want to as long as he lives, and he wouldn't because he's not smart. It gets to a point where you just have to do whatever you want to get what you want. So if you want this guy who hasn't texted you back, fucking text him. Do whatever you want. Fucking drag his ass to the altar if you want to marry him. And I think that's what it is. And I'm looking at my friends who are in relationships and they've molded their partners to be exactly what they want. And that goes obviously without conversation and discussion, but that's it. I feel like single women forget that every husband that seems to be a good partner has been molded. They didn't come out that way. So stop giving men the benefit of the doubt and do whatever you want with them.
Treating a husband as a project to mold instead of a significant other to actually respect is why so many men opt out, guys. They see these women who just want to change them. And also, by the way, the moment women change you anyway, they just leave your ass. So it's a complete waste of time.
39 and single and getting ready for a first date. Yay! New here, dating is it's not my favorite thing to do, but I want to be married, so it's like inevitable. Inevitable. Yeah, what he says, I can't remember. I recently got back on Hinge after being off for a year. So this is my first date from being back on the app. Here is the kicker with this one. He is 30 and I am 39. And this is the largest age gap that I've gone out on a date with. Even though I was on a show for age gap dating, I am very much so in my head about it. I feel like these jeans are not it. I know what I'm in my head about is just insecurities because I'm over here overanalyzing. Am I gonna be visibly older looking than he is? But I need to let that go. I need to let it go. There's enough to stress about with dates. I don't know why. I just honestly have never liked dating. In my 20s, I could motivate myself because then, you know, you're getting a free dinner and a free glass of wine. But now that I'm 39, I can buy my own dinner and I can buy my own wine. Though I like when they treat me, obviously. Yes, the motivation is that I want to have a baby. I will say in my bio, one of the prompts was that I liked trivia, and honestly, it was just like from a list, but he chose trivia as our date, and I think that's really cute. The final fit. It's April, and I'm wearing boots, which is depressing, but alas, that's Indiana for you. Anyways, wish me luck.
Am I the only one who thinks that it's just incredibly damn desperate when you have these women making dating videos at 39 years of age? Like, this is someone... You know, it's similar to making a video saying you're going to the club tonight. You know, it's like, why are you clubbing? First of all, why are you clubbing? But second of all, why are you doing it at like 39 years of age? You know, this is something that could have been solved a very long time ago for these women. They could have their man, they could have their, you know, kids or husband or whatever, but they choose to screw around the entire time and then they start looking at 40. It's insane.
I saw this woman post a TikTok about how dating used to be a lot more fun when she was stupid, and I completely agree, but I wanted to give my 2 cents on why it has become less fun for me now as a 30-year-old woman. But dating stopped being fun for me once I realized that behind every man's actions is intention. And when I stopped making excuses, stopped giving men the benefit of the doubt, stopped saying, oh, well, he's not doing X, Y, and Z just, you know, because he's going through something or he's healing or he really likes me, but he just can't, all that. When I realized that everything a man does or does not do has intention behind it, the reality of that made dating no longer fun. It was no longer fun to be naive or just make up some shit in my head to justify the way they were treating me. And so what I really mean by that is when I started to sit back and think, like, wait, the reason that this man is not talking to me is simply because he does not want to talk to me. That was all the reality I needed.
Yeah, so now we are admitting that dating is funner when you were younger. And this is exactly what I'm talking about, guys. Like, what ends up happening is the attention starts to dwindle. They get less attention from men, and then they start crying and complaining about it.
That's when things really clicked. So there's 2 truths to this, right? Either one, he's doing something or not doing something because he simply does not want to. And it is a direct reflection of how he feels about it. He doesn't want to talk to you because he feels X, Y, and Z about you. And that's it. Or he acted this way towards you because that is a direct reflection of how he feels about you. Doesn't matter all the bullshit that he's going through, whatever it is. That's just how he feels about you. Or he might not feel negatively about you, but you might just be so low of a priority to him that he doesn't even think to act with you in mind. AKA, he doesn't give a shit. And not saying he doesn't care as in you're not worthy of being cared for, but that is intention as well. Like, he doesn't care. This is also an intentional move. He's not talking to you because you're not the forefront of his mind and he doesn't give a shit. The end. So that reality overall is a lot harder to sit with. And that's why I'm like, dating is just not silly and whimsical anymore, because when a man is acting negatively, I'm like, oh, wow, he does not fuck with me. And then I have to just keep pushing. Whereas it was just a lot better to live in that little fantasy world, you know?
Yeah, so here's the thing about dating men that these women fail to realize is that many of these dudes don't want commitment from you, or excuse me, they don't want to commit to you because you're not actually worth committing to. The women will sit there, they will complain, you know, they'll say, oh, men are just ghosting and they're children with commitment issues. But the reality is that men don't actually have an incentive to date you. You can cry, you can complain about that, but at the end of the day, it is men's decision to make.
So all of you younger guys out there, taking an older woman out in their 50s, right? Perhaps save this video and study it. So I met this guy in his 40s. I met him on Facebook dating many, many months ago. And we would, we'd talk on and off, on and off, on and off. It was like playing cat and mouse. But anyway, nonetheless, we started to talk again. He asked me to go out. I told him I would meet him someplace near my house, and so we did that. So we meet for apps and drinks. Everything's going great. But we have a problem. Yeah, I'm attracted. I don't get attracted. That's pretty much usually my problem. I can't seem to get attracted to anybody, which is a little concerning. But now I am here with a 44-year-old man, and I am really attracted. Anyway, the date's going really well. The end of the night comes. It's getting late. I don't know. I wanted to be home by 11 because I'm old. And he walks me to my car, and he gave me the best kiss. I just haven't been kissed in so long. Anyway, moving along. And so the next day comes, and it was like a Sunday, I think, and he reaches out like around like 3 o'clock. I happen to be out doing something. So he's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, see, this is the kind of horrifying video that you see all the time, guys, of like women trying to date in their 50s, and they chronicle these dating experiences that they have online, which is just crazy to me. Again, these women shouldn't even be dating, guys. Usually they're divorced or they're like single mothers as they get older and stuff like this. And in my head, I'm just thinking, what on earth are you even doing out there, you know?
WRUD. Of course, the age considered. In their 40s, that's what they say, or write. So after I called my daughter to decode what it meant, he's like, want to hang out? Which translates to, in a 44-year-old mind, want to pull up? No, I don't. And this is the part. This is the reason why I don't think the 40-year-olds get it. We don't want to pull up after the second date, right? What he could have said, or what I wished he would have said, was, hey, how's your day going? I was hoping you and I could get together for dinner one night this week. Let me know if you're available. By the way, I had a really great time the other night. Why do I have to, like, hold you by the hand? Don't you know, like, isn't that what the 40-year-old women want too? Or am I the only person that's wanting, like, a second date? Like, I don't want to pull up. I don't want to Netflix and chill. I don't want to hang out. And this is why I don't date younger men. This is why.
I don't even know what to say about this man. A woman in her 50s recounting dating experiences, having her daughter decode things for her. This just comes across incredibly sad to me.
Okay, so I just turned 41. I don't know how that happened. My kids remind me all the time. I'm a single mom, 3 boys. I just have to say, as anybody else that's in their 40s dating, how are y'all doing it? I have been through a lot. That's a whole nother story. But I just feel like dating and truly getting to know somebody is so hard. And nobody's consistent. Nobody really tries to date. Like, are there men that like plan dates and say, hey, Friday, 5 o'clock, meet me here, be ready. Like, I am going to take you to dinner. I'm gonna, like, why is it, what's up? What are you doing? Let's hang out, come through. Like, literally, I've had men like basically think I'm gonna just come chill at their house, and I don't even know them like that. I don't think I'm giving that impression. But it just makes me kind of like sad, and it just makes me feel like I'm okay being single.
This is exactly the kind of crazy crap I'm talking about. This woman is, 41 years of age, a single mother to 3 boys, probably more than one baby father as well, by the way. And now she's saying, nobody is consistent with her. Yeah, the reason why men are not consistent is because they don't want anything serious at all. These women treat this like it's some big mystery, man, but they just are not interested.
I've been single for a while, and it worries me that I'm set in my ways a little bit, because I feel like if a man is truly not going to bring me peace to my life, then I would rather not be in a relationship. And then I think it's so hard when you have kids or they have kids and you're trying to bring families together. It just changes everybody's routine and their daily life. And, I know people will say, well, if it's meant to be, it will be. But I think that I need someone that's truly going to take me out of my comfort a little bit, but in a good way, not to where it's stressing me out. But anyways, the whole point of this video is that the men nowadays are just not doing enough. I'm not saying take me out and spend all this money. I don't care if it's hey, let's go grab a coffee and go walk around at the park and talk and get to know each other. That's what I want, not
let's go chill, let's go drink, let's go, like, it's just, I don't know. But I just want to know, is anybody else in their 40s dealing with this in the dating world? Am I just going to be single forever?
I think the translation here, guys, is she would rather be alone than be with a man who does not pay her bills. What these women are essentially looking for is they're looking for dudes to do things for them, to make their lives easier. They don't actually care about the men.
Something I didn't really anticipate in my life being single is that the more successful you get, the more single kind of hurts. You would think it would be the opposite. I don't know if I want to admit this on camera, but maybe somebody else is feeling like this and maybe they need to hear it. Okay. I am a very independent person. I pride myself on, like, I can do anything alone. You've seen me talk about it on here. But I'm at a point in my life right now where I am arguably the most successful I've ever been personally. I own my own home. I'm in my dream show in Las Vegas, about to start a top secret new project that is the first of its kind. Been doing commercials left and right. My social media is starting to kind of take off. I'm more financially secure than I've been in many years, all doing things that I built myself. But at the end of the day, I come home to my house that I bought myself. And I have nobody to talk to about any of this. I have tons of friends and lots of you in my DMs, but at the end of the day, I am still home by myself.
This woman prides herself on doing everything alone and then is surprised the men do not line up. To a man, all that success announced as proof of independence just sounds like she has no room for him at all and she won't actually appreciate him, which is probably not far from the truth, honestly. If you would like to get early access to videos, weekly lectures, and case study breakdowns of human behavior, make sure you check out the members area link below in the video description. Otherwise, make sure to click on one of these videos on screen now if you enjoyed. Make sure you take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.